bringing good things to life. Adua TV, bringing good things to life. Adua TV, bringing good things to life.
Hello there, good morning, and thanks for joining us on today's news bulletin. This is the AM News coming to you live from our studios at the John Evans 50th High Street in Accra. We also stream live on Facebook at Edward TV Ghana, on YouTube at Edward TV GH, and around the world at edwardnewsonline.com. My name is Jonathan Armah. Coming up in this bulletin, I will give you a set of the Anglican Communion Episcopal ordination and consecration of the suffragan bishop for Accra. Also in this bulletin, government is committed to fighting corruption through digitalization, as stated by the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. And then in the world of business, according to an IES report, fuel prices are likely to go up by 25% per litre from February 1. We have details to that and more right on the news bulletin. Do stay.
Announcements on Adwa TV. Contact Adwa TV for your general announcements, proclamations and publications, job vacancies, etc. at a very affordable rate. Call 05092577754, 02094949258, or visit our marketing desk at Stepwork premises. Adwa TV, bringing good things to life.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with Rwandair today. Rwandair, the safest airline in Africa.
Rwandair, fly the dream of Africa.
For staying with us, mothers, is your hub of comprehensive and comprehensive news. Now to our very first story, the consecration of the very Reverend Dr. George Kotenikwe as President Bishop for the Anglican Diocese of Accra took place on the consecration grounds of the Cathedral Church of the Most Holy Trinity Anglican Church in Accra on Sunday, 30th January 2022. Very Reverend Dr. George Kotenikwe was consecrated as the suffragan bishop of the Anglican.
Very Reverend Dr. George Kotenikwe was consecrated as the South African Bishop of the Anglican Diocese of Accra. The South African Bishop was consecrated by the Most Reverend Dr. Cyril Kobina Ben Smith, Archbishop of the Internal Province of Ghana, and other bishops of the Internal Province. writes Reverend Charles May, the Anglican Bishop of Havelet, South Africa. In a sermon, encouraged Reverend Dr. George Kotei Nikwe to place his refuge in God, and he shall be with him.
46. Our hope and our refuge is God. You won't do that on your own. Remember, the one who calls you is the one who will give you the words to speak. Sometimes we prepare our own words, but God says, and will say to you one day, George, this is not what I want you to say. This is what I want you to say. So Isaiah is called to a task bigger than himself. This task is bigger than you. It's bigger than us. But
Speaking at the consecration, the Vice President of Ghana, Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia, congratulated Dr. George Kotei Nikwe on his journey as the African Bishop of Accra.
This beautiful sermon, Bishop and Anglican Diocese of Highfield, South Africa. And of course, the reason why we are here today, the very Reverend George Kotei Nikwe, South African Bishop of Accra. Members of the Council of State, Ministers of State, Honorable Members of Parliament, distinguished traditional leaders, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the peace of the Lord be with you all. It is a great pleasure to join you here this morning, and I bring you the warmest greetings from His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the President of the Republic of Ghana. Indeed, today is the day the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. I am so overwhelmed by the number of Anglican bishops, archbishops, and clergy who are gathered here today. It is a special day in the history of the Anglican Church in West Africa, and particularly the Anglican Diocese of Accra, as the first Suffragan Bishop of Accra has just been ordained. The consecration of the Suffragan Bishop for the Diocese of Accra in the person of the Right Reverend Dr. George Kotei Nikwe is indeed necessary to assist the diocesan bishop of this vast Diocese of Accra. Therefore, I wish to congratulate him. Congratulations also go to his lovely wife, Esther Nano Choi Nikwe, and their beautiful children.
Some excerpts of the consecration service of the Suffragan Bishop of the Anglican Diocese of Accra. Well, away from that, the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has noted that corruption is a phenomenon that needs to be tackled as there's general indiscipline in the society where corruption thrives. He observed that it's for this reason that the Akufo-Addo-led administration is poised and committed to fighting corruption by adopting the policy of digitalization to shine the light on the darkness of bribery and corruption, he added. He further went on to say that government is developing a system that will enhance accountability, promote transparency, discipline, and enhance inclusiveness to eradicate the who-you-know system. He made this known while speaking at the Episcopal ordination of the new Suffragan Bishop, Very Reverend Dr. George Kotei Nikwe of the Anglican Diocese of Accra, here at the Cathedral Church in Accra.
We live in a society where this phenomenon is one that we need to tackle. It thrives, corruption thrives in the very nature of the society that we have. It thrives in any society that is full of darkness. So much when the there is darkness, so much is hidden. You cannot tell who is who. People's identity is hidden, it's not certain. In a society where you have this type of darkness prevailing, when you cannot really even tell the identity of a person, then corruption can thrive. You can even go and borrow money from a bank and go and change your name and go to another bank to borrow. You have no sense of where people are or finding where they are because the address systems are not there. People can easily present fake birth certificates, fake insurance certificates. Then you go and bribe for a passport. You pay a bribe for a driver's license. You pay a bribe to clear goods from your port, to register a business, to renew your national health insurance. And people who are supposed to collect revenues for government steal from government when cash is paid. People do not file their taxes. People try to register minors to vote. And there is general indiscipline in this type of a system because it is full of darkness. There is no transparency, and therefore corruption thrives. And it is for this reason that the President Nana Akufo-Addo decided that we try to bring light to the system, to shine a light on the problems that we have been facing. And this is why we adopted the policy of digitalization. And digitization is shining a light on the darkness of bribery and corruption. And this government is building a system that will enhance transparency, promote accountability, discipline, trustworthiness, and enables inclusiveness. And it's not based on who you know and interpersonal relationships. Promoting efficient public sector management, public services delivery, and eliminating the incentives for bribery and corruption. You fight corruption with systems. You do not fight corruption with rhetoric. And so in this regard, we have been trying to put systems in place. We're trying to identify everybody uniquely, and that is why we are issuing the Ghana card. When we came into office, only 4% of the adult population in Ghana was registered for taxes. 4%. When we issued the Ghana card, we said, well, why don't we change this? Let's make the Ghana card the tax identification number. The same Ghana card, your SNIT number, your NHIS number, and all of that. We've done that. Having done that, all of a sudden, the total number, the proportion of the adult population with tax identification numbers has now gone up from 4% to 85% in one foul swoop.
Was the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana on the digitalization drive. Away from that, the Tema Archdeaconry, under the auspices of the St. Alban Anglican Church, is calling on Anglicans and non-Anglicans in Tema for their upcoming crusade, dubbed The Same Jesus, on the 4th and 5th of February 2022 at a float that was undertaken over the weekend to create awareness. In Tema, the chairman for the publicity committee, Reverend Father Julian Okine, stated that the crusade is targeted at bringing a lifetime transformation through an encounter with Jesus.
The float initially commenced at the St. Alban Anglican Church with members giving flyers to distribute while floating. Speaking to the TAC, President of the Anglican Young People's Association, Mr. Joseph Bokwe, he underpinned some routines they intend taking to create that massive awareness.
Now we are in Community 1, so we move to Community 1, go through Community 4, Community 7, Community 8, Community 9, then we come back, we use the hospital road, we come to 5, go to 2, then we'll end up at the grounds that will have the crusade. Way to help, because although we've sent flyers, we've done the electronic one. Yes, we've also done some on other TV stations and other local FM stations. This will help because this is more or less like a one-on-one encounter with the people in the community. So as they see, you give them the flyers, you talk to them, you create awareness. They also send a message to others. So I think it's very important that we have this work.
Giving highlights on the crusade, Chairman for the Publicity Committee, Reverend Father Julian C. Okine, had this to say.
Okay, this crusade, the same Jesus, is designed to create the awareness of the Anglican Church in the Tema Archipelago. And in line with that, we are organizing a crusade, a 2-day crusade at the Briscoe Park, Tema Committee 4, just to preach the gospel to the people who live in those localities, and also to propagate the gospel to all persons in Tema. We are also looking at marketing creating the awareness of the existence of the Anglican Church in Tema. So this float is to create awareness of the crusade that is ahead of us. That will be on the 4th and 5th of next month, February, so that we will invite people as well to this crusade. We are looking at inviting other church members or even non-Christians to join us. That's the reason why we are going on the float, to invite all manner of persons or to join us at the day of the crusade.
Some of the speakers selected for the 2-day crusade, he said, includes the Suffragan Bishop.
This program, the speaker for the crusade is Reverend Father Benjamin Ayite Okine, and it's under the auspices of the Suffragan Bishop of Tema, the Right Reverend George Kote Nikwe, and also the Archdeacon of Tema, Venerable Samuel Ansinadi. They are the key engineers of this crusade.
Joining voices, a section of them in an interview made a call to all and sundry to endeavor to be part of the 2-day crusade.
Expecting that after this we'll create enough awareness so that it will be Jesus for Tema. Like on that day we'll have massive crowd, not just come and see, not just come and participate, but come and have an encounter with Christ.
We expect that all people will join us on the day of the crusade on the 4th and 5th at the Briscoe Park on Tema from 6 p.m. each day, as we all experience the power of God.
I'm hoping that this will keep up the Anglican community in Tema here. Most of them have gone to sleep. So I'm sure with this, as they see we going, I'm sure people will even join as we go along. And maybe we'll lift up the Anglican community in Tema here.
Asking all people from Tema and those who are watching us, wherever you are, please come for your healing. Please come for your miracles. God is ready to speak to you. God is ready to answer all your prayers, and we are believing that you are going to come. And I know they are coming. And so we are asking that once they come, whatever it is on their heart, whatever they are wishing and they are going to pray for, will be granted by the grace of the Almighty God.
In the same vein, the chairman for the Publicity Committee, Reverend Father Julian C. Okine, further made this passionate call to all Anglicans.
The pioneers of this crusade, and so I believe we should have massive support coming from them so that people who are coming outside will see that indeed the Anglicans have come out in their numbers. Then they would also have that zeal. What are you?
Oh, so I'll call on all Anglicans. I'll call on all Anglicans to join us in this crusade. Not only those in Tema, but people within the Accra Central. We invite all of you to join us at this crusade as we sell our church and as we propagate the gospel of Christ to the whole world.
And so the St. Alban Anglican Church is calling on all Anglicans and individuals here in Tema for the upcoming crusade dab this same Jesus on the 4th and 5th February 2022 for a lifetime transformation. For Adwa TV News, my name is Mary Porting.
So that was an official invitation to you all out there for the program. Well, away from that, let's talk some health-related stories. The Ghana Health Service, as of yesterday, 31st January 2022, launched a 5-day campaign to sensitize and also deploy 2.5 million doses of vaccines nationwide. Speaking at the launch, chairman for the campaign, Nana Ojiahoho Iyao, JB, president of the National House of Chiefs, urged Ghanaians to eradicate all sorts of misconceptions about the COVID-19 vaccines and get themselves vaccinated.
As part of managing challenges of the testing and isolation policies at the Kotoka International Airport, it was recommended that Ghanaians who were partially vaccinated or unvaccinated be exempted from the directive requiring full vaccination of passengers traveling to Ghana and be vaccinated on arrival and mandatorily quarantined on arrival in default. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have gathered here today to launch a national COVID-19 vaccination day scheduled for Wednesday, 2nd February to Sunday, 6th February 2022 to boost coverage among the general population, healthcare workers, persons with underlying medical conditions, persons who are 60 years and above, frontline security personnel, and members of the executive, judiciary, and the legislature are expected to have the booster vaccination, which I have done mine already. The booster vaccination is targeted at people who have taken the full jab of the various vaccines administered during the mass vaccination exercise last year. On the issue of vaccine mandates, we will be focusing on some selected persons and venues while we get reasonable number of Ghanaians vaccinated. Our aim is to get additional 2.5 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines deployed within the 5-day campaign.
Speaking at the launch, chairperson for the program, Nana Ojiahoho Iyao, JB, who doubles as the president of the National House of Chiefs, urged all Ghanaians to clear all misconceptions about the vaccine and get vaccinated, as it is the only way to stay safe in this time of pandemic.
It is also to clear as much as possible the misconceptions about the vaccination and to target persons aged 15 years and above and include pregnant women. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we realize that on 12 March 2020, when two persons, one from Turkey and one from Norway, were found to be carrying the virus at the Kotoka International Airport, subsequent to that, a few Ghanaians were also tested positive, and so government started putting in place mechanisms to check the spread of the COVID-19, and this included contact tracing, wearing of masks, and other social distancing programs. It is to the credit of this government and the ministry, and indeed Ghana Health Services, that over the years we've been able to somehow contain the spread. But we all realize that COVID-19 is also affecting the economy and other activities of the people in this country. It has also been realized that because of the misconceptions going on here and there, a lot of people are also running away from taking the jab. And I believe that is why this launch is important, so that we can get as many people as possible. And I'm grateful that as president of the National House of Chiefs, and as a chief who is also responsible for a large number of people in this country, I've been invited to chair this function. I'm grateful, and I accept it in dignity and in humility. Thank you, and God bless all of us. Thank you.
There you have it. Let's all try and clear all misconceptions about the COVID vaccines that are in circulation and get ourselves vaccinated. That is the only way to stay safe in the surge of the COVID-19 cases. Well, away from that, this how far would come to you with the AM news right from our studios at the John Evans Fifth Mills High Street in Accra. For more news, do well to log on to our website on adwanewsonline.com. Until then, my name is Jonathan. Have a wonderful morning. The AM Ghana show is up next. Do stay tuned.